G'day and welcome to Dog Hoggler Gaming and a new Let's Play on a new game, Automation Empire by Dog Hoggler Games. This is a new puzzle type game along the same lines as Factorio and Satisfactory. In this we are going to be creating factories and dealing with it, making it, upgrading, all that sort of stuff, selling it off in the bits to try and beat the tax man ultimately, which is our biggest enemy in this game. Anyway, without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're just going to go into play. Now, we have multiple planets to select, and we're just going to start on Split Valley, which is a nice dried riverbed. So let's go and get started. So we're going to call this one Ducks LP. Starter mode is on. Challenge mode is on. We're going to have taxation on. Starter mode gives us a couple of basic buildings pre-built. If you turn that off, you don't start with any buildings whatsoever. But just to kickstart us and get us into it, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go with the start. This is a very interesting game. It's a game that we've been very interested in. It's actually been a lot of good fun. We did do a live stream of it as an introduction just the other day. Which will we continue, and that's a separate build to what this is, but this is our individual let's play solo. So mission: Split Valley, work around a dried up riverbed jutting through the landscape, splitting it in half. The goal: to move 30,000 kilo with 3-month weight output. Okay, sounds easy, doesn't it? Yeah, well, it's not going to be. All right, here we are. This is our start area. So we have a tunnel here, which is where our trucks come in and out. This is the way we make our money. So trucks come in, load up, and then go out, and we get paid for it. Now that we get paid by a set scale, which actually does alter depending upon how much we've sold, demand, all that sort of stuff. We then have a little drone here. Now our drone here is automatically picking up our crates as it comes out of this packager here, the box maker, and then puts on the truck ready for it to go off and sell. Then we have a drill here, which is drilling out our iron. So as we can see, we are coal in this case. We're currently mining coal. All right. So along with that, we also have power, and we also have a drone base. Each drone base can support up to 4 drones. All right. So we'll scroll out. We're going to have a look. That truck's going to head off. So while it's doing that, we're going to make our first bit of money. Let's have a look at what we've got around here on the screen. So down here on the bottom left-hand side, we've got our standard stuff. So we've got our cash. We've got our research points, and we'll get to that a little bit later, the month and year, and our drone population, which is currently 1 out of 4. And as you can see, we've just made some money, $7,090 for that first truck that went through. Up through here, we have a whole pile of other different buttons. We have the pause button, so we can pause gameplay. There is no variation in the speed. You play it or you pause it. That's it. The lock button here, this is for the research unlocks. Now, this is where we unlock new and exciting material to use for our gameplay. So for instance, the first one here is for a refiner and a factory. That is a must-have, and we're going to get to that as quick as we possibly can. Things like the step conveyor, unlock the claw trains, the freight train, the oil derrick so I can deal with oil, and cargo rockets, claw tracks, greenhouses, all that sort of stuff. And to each of those, there are certain unlock keys to get to that. So for instance, to unlock the refiner, all we need is 20,000 research points. To unlock the step conveyor, all we need is 45,000 research points. To unlock the combiner, however, we need to have dealt with 50 iron, 50 coal, and 6,000 kilo of goods. Anyway, we'll get to that a little bit later. Next one we have is our research upgrades. So here we can again use our research points, and we can increase the speed of our carts, our claw tracks, our drones. We can increase the number of our carts on each of our trains for our cart tracks. Same with our claws. We can increase the speed, decrease the time between our trains and also our trucks. So in here, if we research all the way up through here, it decreases that by 7.5 seconds as to when each of these trucks will come out. Nice and simple. Next one here is our finances. This will display our finances as we're going along. Nice and simple, but it tells you when your taxes are due. Tax and power. are paid at each of these lightning bolts. So you will see us flicking this up and down to sort of see where we're at, knowing when we need to pause it so we don't get taxed. Now with the tax, it's an ongoing battle, so it's constantly up. It's going to be doing 2% of your, I think it's of your total assets. I'll have to double check that, but I think that's what it was. So the bigger you build, the more tax you're paying. Okay, so you've got that plus also your power costs. So it is a bit of a battle. You've got to stay ahead of it, and it can be very difficult. Demand bonus. So this here, this will tell you if there's any bonus in particular for your resources at the period of time. So at the moment, our iron ore has a bonus of 20%. Okay, it's paying $12.97. Now, if we have a look down here, though, our processed iron pays $1,820 per crate, and it's a 20% increase as well. So this is showing the difference between the non-refined resource and the refined resource. Same again for coal, the non-refined and the refined. Okay, that's why we're going to get our factories and our refiners done. All right, next we have the weights. So it tells you the amount of weight per product. So obviously coal and iron is 1 kilo, whereas sending off steel plates and coal, when we're talking about the rocket ships, which you have to have a certain amount of weight and all that sort of stuff, they tally up for more of that weight per crate, that is, obviously. Recipes, this actually tells you what you need to make each of your actual resources. So obviously for coal, we just need coal ore. For steel plates, we need coal and we need iron. Okay, so for coal and for iron, we just need the unrefined ore, and then refine it into the coal. Over here we have the tips. We then have our medallion, which is going through when we get to our goal. We then have mission objective, and we have some options here. Okay, down here we have all of our tools for building. So we have the wonderful delete button. We then have, this is all to do with our drones. So we can buy our drones here, our drone bays, our research bay. We'll get to that a little bit later. And items here for our factory. So there's a factory there and a doorway, which are grayed out until we get the research. We then have all the stuff here for our transfer tubes. This is how we actually transfer product in between areas, from the derricks to storage to the crate maker and all that sort of stuff. We then have power and water. Water's not available again until we unlock it. This one through here, we have our crate maker, our mining rig, a refiner, the combiner and all that sort of stuff. The oil derrick and the rocket, again, have to be unlocked. That's for our greenhouses, which we haven't got yet. These are our loading stations and unloading stations. So on the back end of this crate maker, we have an unload station. So an unload station will come here, and then the drones can be enabled to come and unload. Similarly, for a load station, if I wish to, I could put a load station over here, and they would actually probably take the load from here, from the unload station, and over to the load station. That is used more when we come and use the claws, but you'll see that later on. The mine carts, this is what we use to make our roller coasters, or otherwise to get the product around. So as you'll be able to see, our resources in the ground are all over the place, and we need to basically bring it all back to one central location. So we'll do that. Claw tracks, they're locked out until later on. We'll get to those. Same as the train, and then there's a road, so we can actually make further improvements to this. We can have more and more of these. However, we can't locate entrances or exits, if I put that one there, too far away. Okay, so they must be built into a cliffside, and they must be built close to an existing unit. Although this one here, there we go. Okay, the restriction might not be on this level, but normally you have to build them fairly close. But anyway, all right, we're not going to worry about that. We're just going to get into this straight away. So first thing we're going to do, we've got this guy running, so we're going to take it off pause. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a couple of extra drones just to help him out. So we're going to go in here. 1, 2, 3. So now we've got 4 drones running. All well and good. All right. Now, this isn't going to be enough to keep those 4 drones busy. What we're going to do is we're going to extend out our unload station. Like so. All right. Now that will mean that it won't get anything caught up in here. So there won't be a delay in bringing that out. All right. What we're now going to do, though, is we need to get more of this out. So for now, best way to do that is put up a new mining rig. I'll put a mining rig there and a mining rig there. And as you can see, the power is automatically adapted and actually connected up to those, which is all well and good. Okay, so how do we get the ore out of these mining rigs? Now, each of the mining rigs will hold 10 crates, or the equivalent of 10 crates worth of resources. So we don't need to put any resource storage there, but we could put storage on the output of it. So for instance, we can put a pipe in here to connect, okay? And then from there, we can then connect a resource tank, and that'll actually store the resources. So I'll just do it there for the sake of the argument. And that's now starting to load that up. And then we can connect off to whatever else we need after that. So for instance, I can put another transfer tube down there like that. And then once that's actually connected and we've got enough money, probably after this load or the next 2 loads, I can then put in a crate maker, and that will connect in there, and then that will begin making more crates. Okay, we're not going to worry about that. So I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to delete that. All right, so what we're going to do for the interim, we just want to maximize and get this stuff out as quick as we can. We're going to have plenty of drones. So what we're just going to do is we're going to hook them up directly like this. I'm going to put an unload. Well, need more money. Might need these guys to load this guy up real quick, and then we can get some more. Now, money becomes a big problem, because without the money, obviously you can't buy anything. There is no option to get any loans or anything else like that. What you've got is what you've got. What you earn is what you earn. So it makes it nice and interesting in that regard, that you've got to battle everything in that aspect. All right, so when this truck goes off through here, we'll have enough to put an unloading station in here, and then we can set that up. So currently our drones are waiting for a truck, so they're sitting there with nothing to do. And that's not beneficial, because we're wasting time and money. Here's the next truck. They'll come racing over here and start unloading. All right, but they're all fighting at the moment for content. Got enough to put 2 there. There we go. Now, they're not coming over straight away to collect from the unloading bay. Reason being is it's not set. So I can have this set to destroy all crates. So whenever a crate gets to the end, it destroys it. I'm not going to do that for this instance, but we are going to put drone priority to high. So now the drones are coming over here as well, and they're going to collect our crates from there as well. So we've now got 2 crate makers supporting that. We've got another mine over here, which now is currently doing nothing because it's full. So we need to get that over here as well. Right. Now, how can we do this more effectively? Well, the most effective way is to actually put a minecart down, bring all this across, and just have 1 or 2 outputs here. So we can start planning that. Now, the other thing we can also do is put another truck bay down and get another truck in here. So that means while we're loading one truck, the other truck can be loading as well. Or it loads one truck, then when it's finished, goes the other. It just depends on what the drones are doing, how they prioritize themselves, all that sort of stuff. So I think for the moment, we've now got plenty of crates coming out between those 2, which is fine. So the first thing we'll do, and as you saw, our first bit of taxes went through there. So there we go. So previous month's revenue was 14,170. And there's the lightning bolts for where our monthly tax and all that went. So we made 14,170, but we've paid 3,850 in tax and power bill. All right, when that goes in, we want to get, there we go. So we've got enough money there. I want to get a new loading bay. So we rotate with the R key, and I'm going to place that down there. We've now got a new loading bay. Now, again, the same as the crate maker there, it doesn't automatically allow the drones to come over. So we can do that. We can make them come over. Or actually, so, yes, make it so it actually can be used. Now, the other thing is too, we can change the resources that are accepted. So we can actually change it to none, or we can just select which ones we want it to use, for instance, or we can select it to all. So what will happen now is if another truck comes out through this entrance bay here, or the entrance tunnel, which it is now, it's going to go and stop at the next available bay. So obviously it can't stop there. It's going to come down the road. This bay's empty. It's going to come in here and park in here and wait till he's loaded. Now, he's going to accept all loads. But if there was only this, say we're only taking gold, he'll sit there and he'll wait until he's loaded with gold. All right. But now what this means is our drones are a little bit more busy. They're getting stuff out quicker. It also means we're going to have more throughput, which means we make more money. So what else do we need? There's another lot of taxes gone. So by the time we've finished one truck, we're almost ready to load the second. But we're just a little bit short. We need a few more crates coming out and we need a few more drones. But what we're going to do is we're going to circumvent that. We're going to come over here and I'm going to put in a new crate maker. No, I'm not, because it's 15,000. I'm going to put in my storage tank. Now, the reason what I'm going to do here, you'll see in a minute why I'm doing this. I'll put one storage tank there. Rotate, connect him in. He's there. Okay, so now we've got 2 trucks heading out. So that means we'll get a good amount of money in there. Let's have a look. When are we due for our next taxes? Not for a little while now. So we can use them. We can maximize this money that we're going to get out of those 2. There we go. Right. So let's quickly just pause. Right. What we're going to do here now is I'm going to put another one of these in here, like so. I'm then going to put in, there's 2 transfer tubes. These transfer tubes are for loading and unloading our carts. So what we're going to do is we want to offload from our cart here. So we're going to do that. And then what we're going to do is we want our cart. So we're going to build a track. Now you've got 3 levels for the cart as well. At the moment we're going to maintain just on level 1. So just going to build that out through there. And the reason why I'm doing that you'll see in a second as well. Now down here we've got this set up here. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put a transfer tube there. So we're going to offload from that one. And we're going to offload from that one. Right. Now, cart track, I'm going to bring that down. Oh, right. So we're going to do that. What we're now going to do is we're now going to delete that and that. And we're going to delete that and that. Now, let's give us a bit extra money. What we're going to do now is we are going to put one of them back in here. So we've just got to put a transfer tube in here. I'm going to rotate, put it in, put it in. I'm going to get one of our crate makers, put him in there like that. Now he's got no power. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to run a power lead. It's going to connect to the nearest point there and one there and one there. He connects up, all well and good. Right, oh, keep on pressing the escape key when I don't need to. Now, we've got a crate maker there. We've got these 2 here, but we've got nothing in here. So what are we going to do? So we come back in here. We're going to get one of our S tracks. And again, we're going to rotate, place that down. We're going to get this track through here. Now it's gone under that transfer tube there. And we're going to have it there. So, in fact, we'll bring it around. We've got 10,950. Okay, so on here, we're going to put a transfer tube like that. And we're going to put a, oh, no, put the wrong transfer tube. There we go. Back here, I'm going to put transfer tube, like that. And then we're going to bring our track up, one too far over, like that. And we're going to hook that up like that. Right. Now, what are we going to do now? Well, simply, what we do is we click on the track and we can add cart, remove cart, and the direction and on or off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 3 carts if I've got the money. So I've got 2,500 per cart. So I'm not going to get 3, I'm going to get 2. Now what that'll do is this cart now will run around here. It'll collect from any of these that are ready to actually give it some ore, and then dump it off in here. So let's go and see exactly whether it's going to work as we want it to. Loads up, goes around, comes to the next mine, loads up, comes around the next mine, there and there. Right, now what we need to do is we need this truck to get in there so as we can put these down. Now, because they're no longer being used, we can sell them off, gives that a little bit of extra money. And if we're really quick, we can come in here, put an unload station like that, and there we go. So they're coming back out again. Again, turn it on for the drones. And there we go. So now this cycle is constantly going. So the train cart, or the cart, is going to all the mines. It's going to fill up where it can, and it's then going to come back. Now, I've got enough money there, so I'm now going to add, I'll add 2 more. All right. What we'll also do is, because we can, we'll just do that. And it's going to bounce back the first time. It's not going to be very happy with what I've done. Go through there. I can make it a loop. So now what it's going to do, it's going to do a full loop. So it's full at the moment, so it's going to come back over here and it's going to offload into the storage containers and then the crate maker. So there we go, offloads. And as you can see, the resource crates here are filling up. So now we have 3 out of 40. So that's being filled up. Nice. Right. So these are going to be emptied, and they are empty now because we've been emptying it into the train. This is going to pump out the resources, and we're all well and good. All we need now is 15,000 to put another crate down, crate maker. And that's what we're going to do. As soon as we've got 15,000, and hopefully we can beat the tax man. Wait for those 2 loads to go in. There we go. Right, he's in. Now, unload. Oops. There we go. And drone's on. There we have it. Now, we've got 2 crate makers pushing out from 3 mines. Now, we can also go and do this on all our other areas. So we've got another set of mines over here. What we'll probably do here, we'd be better off bringing all of them over here and having one section. Or perhaps we could double it up if we wanted to, being the fact they're both the same resource. But for the moment, we're not going to bother. I'm just going to let this run and we'll see what happens from there. We do want to get some more drones. I would like to have enough drones to actually fill up a truck in one go. So that means we're going to need at least 6 drones to support it. So to get 6 drones, as I said before, the drone bay here only has power for 4 drones. So we need to put in another one of these to actually do that. And we need $10,000. Now, our taxes just got paid. But that means that on this next truck going out, we should have enough to get that. And that's it down here, the drone bay. Right, now, we'll wait for that to come through. The money will come through any second. There we go, and we'll put him down. Okay, so now we've got a capacity of 8 drones. Now, the other thing we need to check, and we haven't talked about yet, is our power. So each one of these power stations gives us up to 40 units of power. So as we get close to needing to get more power in, we just need to place another power station. It's no other requirement or anything, but it's nice and simple like that. All right, so now we've got 4 drones out there. I said I want another 2, so we want 6, and there we have it. Well, so now we have enough drones to fill 2 trucks at once. So this will make it a lot more expedient. Okay, so these guys here, so you've got 4 of them currently with crates held in their hot little hands. They're going to race off. The other one has picked up his last one now, and there we go. So they are chock-a-block. So this will be full before the next truck comes out. Oh, not quite. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're filling these trucks up nice and quick. So what we can do is look at possibly adding a 3rd bay. Now, that starts getting troublesome at this early stage because then you've got drones traveling a lot further, all that sort of stuff. Alternatively, we could wait to get a bit more money, put another road in through here and have another 2 bays here so they're co-located close by. That's a design aspect that you can sort of to and fro with for a while. But what we are going to do is we want to expand as quick as we possibly can and get some money. So we are going to put in a 3rd road bay. So there we go. We're going to turn that on. And away they go. All right. Now, as you can see, it's using the ore up very quickly. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to support that by coming over here and we're going to do something a little bit different. So what we need to do is this. We are going to extend this unit out here for now. Put in that. In fact, we don't need, yes we do. Do it like that. Now, no, that's not going to work. Yes, it will. I just got to do something a little bit different. Okay. So what we're going to do is going to wait for him to go out of there, and we've got 20,000. We're going to pause for a second. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a new transfer point here, like that. That one there we're going to leave there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all this track. Oh, didn't want to remove that. Now, one of the big things with this game that I haven't mentioned as yet, that's not why I'm not too worried about losing that that container, is whatever you buy, and then if you sell, you get it back for exactly the same price you bought it for. So I bought that for 10,000. If I sell it, I get 10,000. If I buy it again, I get 10,000. And that's the same for everything. So that's fantastic. So that does mean, because this game is actually so dependent upon you building, scrapping, redesigning, rebuilding, scrapping, redesigning, rebuilding, to get to the end game, that is fantastic. That makes it so much, well, it doesn't make it so much easier, but it makes it easier. All right, what we're going to do there, we're going to pull that out through there. So I think you know what I'm going to do from here on in. So we're going to bring this train through here. And he's going to turn there, and I'm going to hope that if I unpause that for a second and I delete that one there, that I may be able to get this to turn in time. If not, it'll have to be reworked again. No, I'm going to get it, because these transfer pumps will only load into a straight piece of track. You can't have them on a corner. All right, so he should be good to go. So we can let that keep on going, so it keeps on making us money. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to have another track come out here. And you know where this is going to go, don't you? Now, this one, though, is not going to be a loop. We are just going to simply run it across through here for now. And this will make up our next one. Now, our mines. So 15,000 per mine rig. I'm just going to put one down for now. Next ones can come in a minute. We are going to put a transfer tube there. Connect him up. And then we're just going to line this guy up and get him started. So again, is it only one, I think? Might be two we need to go. It will be two. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just come back a little bit further here. Okay, we'll just pause that so we don't lose that money. So we're going to S-bend there, S-bend there, and then we're going to bring that in like so. Nice. Now, while we've got the money, we're going to put another one in here. And the other one will line up. Yeah. So I don't know if I can turn again. We're going to find out. Put him through there. Can't. I don't think it's going to fit, actually. Nope. But I may be able to get the S-bend fitting in there. Like so. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, no, it won't. Close but no cigar. Okay. Right, redesign time. And up. That's not going to work either. Righto. So, that's okay. What we then do is just scrap that. Well, didn't want to scrap that though. Didn't matter. We didn't lose anything because we didn't have any power to it, so it wasn't actually producing any ore from the ground. Like that. And then we go to the cart. We can actually delete that, so it's a smoother track. And then like that. Comes down to there. Right, that one there is ready. Now all we need to do is get power to it, and then we're all good to go. Now, we will just get the cart there. Now, we need, obviously, more money to get... Oh, we might just have enough, actually. Let's see. No, not enough. Right, let's press play again. These guys at least will keep this going. So we've now got a truck going in there to that empty bay there, which you can see. These two trucks are heading out. That means I'll be able to continue on my power here. Then like that, then like that, and then one like that. Right, so now we've got these two mines are now producing, as you can see here. There we go, they're producing. And they're going to be coming off and dropping into here. Now between all 6 of these mines, they're going to go into here and they're going to support these 2 crate makers. Once they get sufficient enough in here. And then, oh pardon me, once we get this truck in here, like so. Actually no, we're going to be a bit short. We want this truck. And hopefully we're not going to pay any taxes in between. We're going to get ready. As soon as we get that money, we want to put it in. Right, there we go. Oh, see, we just beat it. Just beat it. All right, now we need another truck to get us out of the negative. But there we go. See, we got another truck going already. So this is nice and quick. I keep pressing the escape key. So this truck here will be going very soon. But you can see we've started slowing down. We haven't got enough product. Once this guy, though, gets going, we should be okay. Because this train's coming, it's at least giving 3 carts every go. Now it's 4 crate loads in each cart, I think it was. He's coming up at the moment with 2 cart loads. And here we go. So we can fix this up now. So we're going to go put this guy down here. Like that. And then like so. We will do that. Right. Hopefully we can get enough out of this. It's all right. It's only the one. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. He's done. Now, what we're going to do, add 5 carts to him. Now, it's going to be a little bit of overkill. But just in case one of these gets caught up. In fact, we're not going to do that. We're going to take 2 carts off. Like that. No, maybe not. Okay, well, an extra cart. All right, you convinced me. Extra one just in case. So there we go. So we're still not building up much. See what happens after this, because we're now going to have 7 crates going in short period of time. See if that can actually keep up demand. So you've got a little bit through there. There we go. It's filling up. All right. Well, there you go. We've been at it for 35 minutes already. This is a great game. Now, we are going to expand this out and continue to grow. We are going to get some other stuff. We're going to get some coal in here. We're going to get some gold. We're going to keep on going. Anyway, that's the first episode done and dusted. This is Automation Empire. It is available on Steam. It's a great little game, very challenging, and I encourage you all to have a look at it. Don't forget to press that like button. Also subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Please consider subscribing to the channel and press that alarm notification icon just so you're made aware of when new videos are coming out, particularly for Automation Empire. Don't forget to check out our latest videos on Transport Fever 2. And again, we will see you again very soon back here at Duck Solid Gaming and Automation Empire. See you all later. Bye.